If you're holding on to pocket change, a coin jar, or an old collection from a relative, today's episode might just change how you see some of those coins forever. Because we're diving into 3 very specific coins that came out of America's 200th birthday celebration, the Bicentennial. These are the top 3 rare and valuable Bicentennial $1, half-dollar, and the iconic drummer boy $quarter coins you could be holding right now. Each of these commemoratives holds a special place in U.S. numismatic history, and depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity, their value can climb far beyond face value. 1776 to 1976 $1 coin with mint mark D in excellent condition. Let's kick things off with the commanding presence of the 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower $1 coin, minted in Denver. That's the D mint mark you'll see just below Eisenhower's neck. Now, when this coin was released, it wasn't just another dollar coin. It was a bold tribute to 200 years of American independence. To commemorate the Bicentennial, the U.S. Mint decided to redesign the reverse of the dollar coin for the first time in decades. Instead of the usual eagle landing on the moon, the Bicentennial dollar features the Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon, a design crafted by Dennis R. Williams, a 22-year-old art student whose concept won a nationwide design competition. The obverse remains the same, featuring President Dwight D. Eisenhower, designed by Frank Gasparo. It's bold, clean, and authoritative, and was the last large-size dollar coin made for circulation in the U.S. This was also the first circulating coin to feature dual dates, 1776 to 1976, rather than a single year. That, in itself, made it instantly iconic. Now, let's talk mintage. Over 113 million Bicentennial Eisenhower dollars were struck at the Denver Mint. While that number might seem high, finding one today in excellent condition, especially with a strong strike and brilliant luster, can be surprisingly difficult. Coins that have never circulated or were preserved in original government packaging, like the uncirculated mint sets, tend to retain the sharpest details. From a value standpoint, a circulated D-mint Eisenhower Bicentennial dollar might fetch around $2 to $4. But in excellent condition, think MS-65 or higher, these coins can command prices between $25 and $100 or more, especially if graded and slabbed by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. The real gems, however, are the errors and varieties. Double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors can boost the value considerably. For instance, a known variety includes a Type 2 reverse, where the lettering is thinner and more defined compared to the Type 1. Collectors are particularly drawn to this coin not just for its size and bold design, but because it marks the end of an era, the end of large circulating dollar coins. The combination of historical significance, distinctive design, and the potential for high-grade condition makes the 1776-1976 D. Eisenhower dollar an essential piece for any serious collector. 1776 to 1976 half-dollar coin with mint mark D in excellent condition. Now, moving on to one of the most beloved commemorative coins in American history, the Bicentennial Kennedy half-dollar with the D mint mark. This coin, like the Eisenhower dollar, was released as part of the U.S. Mint's tribute to the nation's 200th anniversary. And just like the dollar, it features dual dating, 1776 to 1976, making it stand out from any other year of Kennedy halves. The obverse still features the iconic portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, with crisp detailing especially prominent on high-grade coins. But the reverse is where this coin really tells a story. Designed by Seth G. Huntington, it depicts Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the birthplace of the Declaration of Independence. Above the historic hall floats the inscription, 200 Years of Freedom. Below, the country's name and denomination wrap around with balance and grace. The Denver Mint struck over 287 million of these Bicentennial Kennedy halves, an impressive number. However, like the Eisenhower dollar, many of these were hoarded as souvenirs rather than circulated. Still, coins that remained untouched, especially those in mint sets, are in far better condition than those that spent time in circulation. Coins in excellent condition, graded MS-65 or above, are where we start seeing real value. In excellent condition, a 1776-1976 D. Kennedy half-dollar can bring in anywhere from $10 to $50. Those graded even higher or featuring desirable varieties can command upwards of $150 or more. For example, double die obverse are known to exist, especially those with doubling in the date and lettering. Off-center strikes and clipped planchets also add substantial value. Another interesting note, the Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar was one of the few coins that saw special 40% silver issues as well. However, those were struck only for collectors and didn't circulate. The copper-nickel-clad D-mint coin, while more common, remains highly desirable in excellent condition because it captures a moment when American patriotism and artistry combined in a beautiful tribute. Collectors love this coin for its symbolic design, connection to JFK, and the way it visually anchors a historic year. It's also a coin that bridges generations, appealing to both baby boomers who lived through the bicentennial and younger collectors rediscovering its story today. 1776 to 1976 George Washington $quarter coin without mint mark in fine condition. And finally, the star of the show for many collectors, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter, famously known as the Drummer Boy quarter. This coin is among the most recognizable U.S. commemorative coins ever made, and even though it circulated widely, certain versions, like this one with no mint mark in fine condition, are catching the attention of collectors and numismatic fans everywhere. Unlike typical quarters, the bicentennial issue doesn't just show the familiar eagle reverse. Instead, it features a colonial drummer with a torch of victory, surrounded by 13 stars, each representing the original colonies. This design by Jack L. Ahr was selected through a national design competition and has become one of the most iconic in U.S. coin history. The obverse still displays George Washington's profile, but with the dual-dated 1776 to 1976 beneath it, a reminder of 2 centuries of American independence. Now, this particular coin, no mint mark, indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike coins from Denver or San Francisco, Philadelphia minted coins from this period do not carry a mint mark. These coins were produced in staggering quantities, over 809 million, which makes them very common in worn or circulated condition. But even in fine condition, they carry a charm and historical weight that sets them apart. In terms of value, circulated Drummer Boy quarters are typically worth their face value or slightly more, around 50 cents to $1. However, as the condition improves and especially if the coin has sharp detail, smooth surfaces, and minimal wear, the value increases. Fine condition might bring a modest $1 to $3, but coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can jump to $10 to $25. Certified examples graded MS65 or higher can even fetch $75 or more. And let's not forget about errors and varieties. A few dramatic examples include double die obverse, especially visible in the lettering of Liberty or the dual date. Some quarters also show die cracks or cuds, which collectors love for their uniqueness. While no mint mark might seem unremarkable to the untrained eye, it actually helps pinpoint this as a Philadelphia issue, which can matter when identifying known error varieties. This coin is also a fan favorite because of its visual storytelling. The image of the colonial drummer resonates deeply with the American Revolution and reminds us of the nation's roots. It's patriotic, powerful, and filled with symbolism, all wrapped into a 25-cent piece. Collectors and enthusiasts continue to prize the Drummer Boy quarter for its history, charm, and nostalgic value. It's not just a coin, it's a time capsule from 1976, handed down to us in the form of everyday currency. So, there you have it, the top 3 rare and valuable bicentennial coins that deserve a place in any collector's treasure chest. Whether it's the commanding Eisenhower dollar, the stately Kennedy half, or the spirited Drummer Boy quarter, each one tells a part of the American story. If you've got any of these coins lying around, take a closer look. You just might be holding a piece of history, and perhaps a little extra value too. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode of the Coins Numismatic series. Until next time, keep collecting and keep the history alive.